It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon and we are back in Igloodorf, just below the Gornergrad, and we're watching how these guys here are setting up the Igloo Village for the winter season. Igloo Village, it's not about living at the North Pole. No, an Igloodorf is like, yeah, we'll see it. It's like a hotel made of snow actually. And with me is the host, Stefan. Hello, Stefan.
Hello.
How are you?
Nice to meet you.
Nice
Welcome
to meet
everybody
you.
to the Igloo Village.
And he will guide us through the Igloo Village, and he will show us, yeah, what work has to be done before winter. And yeah, maybe you can introduce yourself quickly. What are you doing here? Why are you here in this snowy area?
Thank you, Christian. So hi everybody, my name is Stefan. I'm here at the Igloo Village as an all-rounder since several years. We do build igloos and we create adventures in the snow. I think we're just gonna go have a look inside. Follow me. Let's go.
Sounds very cold.
Hello everybody.
Hi guys.
Hello. Here we are in our restaurant with our two artists, Joris and Bauke. Please tell us quickly something about the theme this year.
Yeah.
I think it's Alpine Summer, right?
Yeah, well, it's the theme is the summer vibes, which is a little bit awkward in the winter, but we thought it was nice, and so we tried to make it as summery as possible. That means flowers. We have bees. We have all these flowers theme kind of things. Everything that makes you warm.
Okay. Oh, that's nice. So, does it make you warm? Does it give you warm? What do you think?
Not at all. It just turns out to be just cold and ice.
Okay, yeah. Snow
Snow
stays
and ice.
snow.
Yeah.
Ice stays ice.
Exactly.
Maybe the camera can quick show us this bee up here. Very impressive. Did you build it?
And it was
Live.
actually Bauke that built it.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
And you built it live up here.
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the only way to go.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, thanks.
So great, thank you very much.
Okay.
We go just that way into the corridor.
Okay, we just go on.
So here we already have our first igloo almost finished. They are not yet finished, but as you can see already, a kind of coziness. I'm going to quickly explain you how we do build these igloos. So it's starting actually in early November. Even in summer we are doing some preparations like woodwork, carpenter, painting, etc. Then in November, as soon as it's cold enough to make snow, we do make artificial snow. And why artificial snow? We could also build it out of natural snow, but first of all, it's not really predictable in times of terms, as it's, you know. And then the artificial snow has less air inside, so we need compact air, compact snow to build that igloos. And with natural snow, there would be much more air inside the flakes, so it would come more down during the season. Here you can see you don't gonna sleep directly on the snow, so it's like it's a mattress down, nice cozy bed, and up there we're going to show you also then the sleeping bags. So those balloons we start like in November blowing them up. Then our friends from the Zermatt Bergbahnen coming to help us with the piston bully. They're gonna push us the snow as close as possible to the balloon, that we can come up with the snow blowing machine and cover that balloon with that snow. So it takes between 6 and 14 hours. Depends on the height and the size of the balloon. The big one, the restaurant we saw before, that took us about 14 hours. So we started at 2-3 o'clock in the morning till the afternoon in one roll. And that's how we actually get that first shape of that igloos. After a day freezing out, like overnight, we can take the air out of that balloons, so we do have that first shape Like we can start inside with that artwork, preparing the bed. There is a lot of snow that we have to shovel out. As you see, we are almost quite good isolated here inside. We cannot come inside with the snow blower because there would be too much gas and in the air and etc. So yeah.
Okay, what is actually, yeah, it seems cozy, looks cozy, and I'm sure that you won't be that cold during
No,
the night.
exactly. So it's really good isolated.
Yeah.
Even if you have outside minus 20 degrees, like a storm inside here, it's quite 0 degrees,
Okay.
-1, -2. Outside, a helicopter could land outside. You won't gonna hear it inside.
Oh, really?
Absolutely silent.
Okay, okay. So you're not going to heat it up to cozy 27 degrees?
Not at all, not at all,
Okay.
no.
So
But
that would
after
be a
then, we're
short
gonna
blast.
see the sleeping bags. The sleeping bags are made till -40, like expedition sleeping bags. So they're even too warm, let's say,
Okay.
for this -2 degrees. But like this, you don't gonna have cold at all. Mostly of the guests really like mostly start to sweat or yeah.
Yeah. Okay, very nice.
Have a look.
Yeah, we have a
let's
look to the suites. Nice, guys. Sure.
And even outside here, like when on 17th of December, we're gonna open the igloo door. So we're gonna have here our terrace and the bar, which is just next to the slope. So feel free to come for a little glühwein.
So it is open for everybody. Actually,
Exactly.
the terrace.
Daytime terrace is open for everybody. The perfect view to the Matterhorn. We're up there gonna have a little photo point where we're gonna have a look together.
Yes.
And yeah, it's just a nice place, relaxed place to have a little drinks next to the slopes. Yeah. This is now one of our suites, our exclusive suites. Come in and have a look.
Okay.
You can see that's almost already finished, that room. You can see the thing of the marmots on the wall. Here you can see now those sleeping bags, which are made for -40 degrees.
Okay, and they work really.
They
you-
work
you
really well, yeah.
mustn't be
And
afraid to.
you sleep also with as less possible clothes. So you're gonna put all the clothes off. You put
Oh.
them, mostly all, yeah. It's better because
It's for two, so you can put.
exactly. No, during the night you're gonna put the clothes inside
Yes.
the sleeping bags. They're gonna stay warm overnight. In the morning you take the clothes directly inside again, and so you don't gonna freeze out
Yes.
during that
Oh, very
night.
nice.
Going to the toilet is a bit more tricky.
Yeah.
But that's what we also have here in the suite, like a private toilet just next door. Just right here. privacy up here.
Okay. And where does the water go? Is it
Um,
stays it here? Is it
It
dry?
stays here, yeah, it's dry,
Okay.
and we're gonna just take it out all day to just clean it out.
Okay. Yeah, looks like a freezing business.
Exactly. And then, last but not least, we have our jacuzzi room up here. It's not yet really finished, but as you can see, the water is already boiling inside. 40 degrees, perfect
Wow.
before sleeping. So if you go to the jacuzzi before sleeping, it
Yes.
really warms the body up. You go into the sleeping bag, you're gonna have a lovely night.
It's awesome.
Out here we're gonna have a little window through the Matterhorn. It's not yet out, but we're gonna cut that out soon. So
Okay.
you even have the Matterhorn view out of the jacuzzi.
And there's no problem with the warmth of the water melting the
Not
ice.
at
or
all.
the snow?
Just it is a bit melting, but it's quite fine. Even when you're gonna have that little window out,
Oh yeah.
it's gonna take the air a bit out and. Uh-huh.
I'm looking forward to use it once.
Yeah,
this
you're
winter, I guess.
welcome. You're
Cool,
welcome.
cool.
So, and now we're gonna have a look to the home of winter igloo.
Nice.
Just next door.
Oh. So that's the home of winter
That's the
igloo?
home of winter igloo, exactly, with a view to the Matterhorn.
Not today.
Unfortunately, not today, but for sure we'll come. And this one is going to be public here, so everybody's going to be welcome having a look here, taking some pictures, and yeah,
Okay, so it can be used as a lounge as
exactly, yeah.
once the weather is not that good.
Right.
You give an impression. And you built this in cooperation with Zermatt.
Right, exactly. That was
Okay.
a cooperation with Zermatt.
That's great.
Especially this year, that's the first
Yes.
year we do that, and I think it's quite nice to show people
Okay.
that kind of igloo.
That's very nice. A pity that the Matterhorn isn't showing today.
Snowy day are good days.
But that doesn't matter. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so Stefan, maybe just a couple of questions to your person. And so you said you work here as an all-rounder. For how long do you work here now?
I'm here now since almost 6 years, and just part-time. This year going to be full-time. I'm just now in the building team. I'm going to work at the bar, doing some maintenance work and guiding in the evening. And like guiding in the evening is, I really love that part. It's like everybody is going to leave the mountains, leaving the slopes, and our guests from the igloo just coming up around 4 or 5 o'clock. And that's a really nice adventure. We can start, like it starts with a nice sunset normally, taking a glühwein. Then we are serving a nice mountain cheese fondue, having a snowshoe tour outside like around 10 o'clock, mostly under the stars. And don't forget then after the jacuzzi. And that's all a really nice adventure up here with a nice group. So we have place for 22 people up here in the evening, and it's a cool adventure. Yeah,
Great.
can recommend it to everybody to have a look and say hello up here.
Okay, that's great. And how do your guests, how do they get here? So you said you have to guide them here. Where does
They
this
are
happen?
coming up with the train, with the Gornaga train, up to Rotenboden, and we're going to pick them up at the station at Rotenboden. We're going to walk down, already showing them a bit the igloo, the surroundings. We're going to say what mountains are around. Normally you can see up there the Monte Rosa, the Breithorn Massif. And then we're coming down, having mulled wine, enjoying the view, and as we said, then we're going to start with the fondue dinner, snowshoe tour, and like this we're gonna have mostly a nice evening. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So, do you have special events here during the winter, or is the stay itself a special
I
event?
think the stay itself is,
Yeah.
is the adventure you can have. We do also have some different projects. You can build your own igloo and sleep in it. That would be possible. So you can come all day off. We're going to help you out of blocks creating an igloo. You can sleep inside, and we have different projects. You can rent the whole igloo exclusive if you want to come with a group, celebrating some birthdays or anniversaries. That would be all possible. And then daytime, as we said, we have outside the bar, some music playing, sometimes some live bands.
Okay,
Yeah.
very nice. And what happens in spring? So I guess the season goes on until
We are till
Easter?
exactly Easter, mostly middle of April.
Yes.
The igloo is gonna stay till mostly end of July, beginning
really?
of August, until everything is melted down. So it's quite special. Even coming up here in summer, you still see the ruins of that igloo village. So everything is gonna be melted down normally middle of August. As we said before, we start almost already October, end of October, November. So there's a short time between, and then the new season starts already.
Okay, yeah, as I see, as I see. Yeah, cool. The director calls me that the time is up. Stefan,
Thank you very much,
Thank
Christian.
you.
Thank
I'm
you for
looking
your time.
forward
Thank you,
to
everybody.
maybe come up here one day.
Would be nice.
And,
Would be great.
have a sleepover.
Always
up here.
welcome.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Great. Thank you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, as we saw, a very special way of hospitality up here, a very special experience I can recommend to you. I've never done it by myself, but I will definitely do it. And we will see us later on the piste, and stay tuned. We'll see us there. Bye bye. So. Whew, what a sprint! I got escaping the igloo that we've seen before, and now I'm standing in the middle of the piste here above Riffelberg. Maybe it's a bit dangerous. I should leave the piste. And now we have a very interesting. We will have a very interesting talk with a ski patrol, a female ski patrol working for Zermatt Bergbahnen, and we'll have a look at what she wants to tell us today. Hello, Esther.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, Esther. So maybe you can introduce yourself. You both, maybe, and tell us what are you doing here, or what are we doing here?
I'm Esther. I'm a ski patrol here since 2012, and that's Naira, my avalanche dog. Yeah, we work here together as a team.
Okay, very nice. And she wants to move herself.
Yeah, every
She doesn't
time.
like to sit around.
Every
Okay.
time she likes to play.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we go fast, and then you
No
can-
problem.
Okay, so how does the preparation for the winter season as a ski patrol look like?
So everything what you see here, so the sticks, the mattress, everything we have to prepare for the skiers. But when we have like weather like this, it's really important that the skiers know how they are. And it's also important when you have a rescue that they know on which place they stay. That when we go, that we found the right place for that.
Okay, and so now it's a special day, a lot of snow, and not that much of people. How does a normal work day of yours
How it
go?
works.
How it works, the whole day?
It's difficult between the weather. If the weather is bad, we have to go early up in the morning. We have to save the slopes from the avalanches also.
So you do this together with Peter Perrin?
Correctly.
Yes, we
correctly.
had a talk to him this
Yeah.
morning. Yes.
Yes, correct. It's the same. So we are here in the area, and the helicopter comes, pick us up in the air, and then we have to save first the slopes from the avalanche, and then also we have put the stuff out from the snow. It gives a lot of snow. It's for us a lot of work. It's sunny shining for us. It's also nice. The most time we just have to do the rescue service.
Okay. Yes, that was a question of mine. So you do also rescue service. That means if someone
The most
breaks
part is
a leg,
rescues.
maybe,
Yeah, correctly.
it's you to be first to the
Yes.
patient.
Correctly.
Okay. And then you decide whether they have to be taken by helicopter or.
Correct, or we
something.
go down by the cable car and go to the doctor. Yeah.
Okay. And what are? Yeah, you already told us. And what role plays your dog at the rescue?
Yeah, she's here when an avalanche coming down. Then she have to do her job. She's an avalanche dog in level C. That means she's completely finished with her. So C is the highest level. You have A, B, C. So you start when the dog is 1 year. You can make the first tests, and then you work every year and look that you become a higher level.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. I guess she's doing good. Huh?
Yeah, she's really motivated every time.
Every time I see a ski patrol like you have these, you have the radios, and you have also these backpacks. A backpack of a ski patrol, is it only a sandwich and tea?
No,
what
not
is in
really. The most important thing is the first aid kit and the stuff for the avalanche rescues. Yeah.
Okay. So do you take her always with you?
No, the most time she's upstairs in the rescue office, but to take her off the slope is really dangerous if you have other skiers. But the skis, they are like knives, and if the dog comes between the skis, that's not possible. She comes up with me in the morning. At lunchtime, we go out and play a little bit, and in the evening, when the slopes are free, then she can run. That's the highlight for her on the day. Yeah.
Okay. But if it comes up to an avalanche rescue, it's you going with her, or can she work with another
No,
person?
we are a team and we are go together. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's very good. So what's next today? What are you doing now?
Close the slopes.
Oh, really?
Then
Already?
Yeah.
Okay.
Correctly.
So that means you go up and you wait until 4 o'clock, or?
No, I go now down to the station, put her there so that she can wait there in the other office we have down, and then I go up for closing everything. But every slope we have to finish in the evening, because nobody is on the slope when the machine coming there. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, very nice. And how long have you been doing this job here?
Since 2012.
Oh, you already said
Yeah.
that. In Zermatt, or
In
before?
Zermatt, I
somewhere
started
else?
here on
Oh,
the
okay.
corner. Yeah.
Very well. And do you need a special formation, special education for being a patroller?
Yes, you have to make a test with different things, so medicine, condition,
Yes.
and also skiing off the slope, outside from the slope.
There's a test.
Yes,
Okay.
correctly. And then you have 2 weeks intensive courses where you learn everything, but the most, you have the most practicing you have done here
Yes.
if you work.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many people, if you have to estimate, how many people do you have to pick up from the slope a whole winter, in a whole season? You
Normally, if you have a normal season without corona, so maybe 40, 50.
Okay, the whole season.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
one.
Per person, yeah. We
Okay.
are 6.
Yes.
So
Okay, so every second day a person, or like that?
yeah, it's
Okay.
different in the, after January. If you have a lot of people here, there can be 3 on a day. Other days you have nothing. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I guess you do a very important job up here, so I can go, or we all can go on the slopes and be safe, hopefully. And then you will save us if something happens. You or one of your colleagues. Yes, I guess we let you do your work, you both, and we hope that you don't have too many avalanche engagements this winter.
We hope as well.
It could be, yeah. And I thank you very much for being
Thank
here.
you too.
And we see us maybe
Next time.
someday on the slopes. Thank you, Ed.
Thank you.
Bye bye. So that's the little report from the slope here up, just up on Riffelberg. And yeah, we had a lot of insights today. That's my last. No, we'll see us at 5 o'clock for a mulled wine down in the village. And now the next item in program is that charming Sabrina will give us an update how they produce bread in a hotel for many people in its hotel owned bakery. So tune in, this will happen at 3:30. Tune in and we'll see us later, and we'll hit the slopes now. Ciao. Merci, sehr gut gewesen. Das ist ja ganz gut gegangen.
Der Baum kommt aber nachher hier am 10 Uhr. Solltet ihr hier sein und dann fliegen uns schnell hier über. Die Überflugsbewilligung von der Gemeinde, das ist gut. Und dann müsst ihr nicht auch das wie anmachen.
Jetzt musste ich zum Beruf klettern, für die Struppagan zu machen. Und nachher wird in die Luft gezogen. Wenn es gespannt ist, das Seil, kann ich den da absagen. Und nachher tut der Heli wegfliegen.
Jawohl, alle Damen, dann komme ich sehr gut. Fuchsger Vogel, ganz. Jawohl, das ist in Ordnung.
Schwerer? Ja, wie?
Also jetzt 600 Kilo, weil mit ab da oben.
Wo der Helikopter hat er angesetzt
Jawohl.
und dann ist ein Lichtschäpp drin, haben wir die Keile drin getan und dann gerade gesetzt.
Super.
Ja?
Sieht gut aus.
All right. See you.
Wie?
Hello guys, we are back and we are back in town in the middle of Zermatt, in the heart of the village. We are at Hotel Rex right now and they have their own bakery, and what we're gonna do right now is baking some bread. Come with me. Hi, I'm Sabrina.
Hi Sabrina, Thomas. Nice
How
to
are
meet
you?
Good.
Can we come and bake some bread?
Of course.
All right. Perfect, thank you. All right, so this is the bakery Backzeit, right?
Exactly.
And what do you do here? You are the baker.
I'm the baker
Pretty much.
slash chef, yeah, etc. Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about bread.
Sure.
You don't bake normal bread, if I can say that. You make a kind of special bread. What kind of bread is that?
For me, it's normal bread.
Okay.
If you are in Scandinavia, for example, it's also normal bread. I think if you go in Copenhagen, there is not a single place you will not find sourdough bread.
Okay, so we're talking about sourdough bread. All right.
So it's not the classic typical black bread from Germany that people may be affiliated with. it's a culture, bacterial culture, that you also find in yogurt, in wine. So it's the lactobacillus. So this is creating. I can show you here.
Yeah, show me.
So here we have a starter.
Yes.
So sourdough starter, very important. So an industrial yeast is very, very powerful, meaning that it will take over all other cultures in that bread. So this is very, very slow. So it's, you could maybe say that it's part of the slow food culture.
Slow means in what way?
Slow, I would say, if you make a good, you can make a bread, an industrial bread, you can make maybe 2-3 hours. You
Yeah,
can
so
bake
when
it.
I bake a bread, it takes me probably
2-3 hours. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
not even,
Yeah, 2 hours.
So that's not a good bread?
If I do it, no, it can be a good bread, but it's
what
not
about
what I
the
prefer.
Swiss top? Isn't that a good bread? Don't say anything wrong.
it's phenomenal for some, yeah.
Okay, but not for you.
Not for me.
All right.
Yeah.
So how did you even come up with bringing that sourdough bread to Zermatt? Like, how come?
So I tried a little bit in the bakery about 10-11 years ago in Norway, and this
so
was
you
not,
are from Norway?
I'm from Norway,
Alright.
yes. And this was not sourdough bread, so I had my first like little adventure there. And in Paris, when I worked in Paris, it was everywhere.
Who didn't work in Paris? I mean,
I spent 4 or 5 years there and fell in love with everything from produce to their cuisine, the markets. Yeah, it's phenomenal. So as I said, sourdough starter, yes, proper sourdough bread. You can, if you're good, you can make it 6-7 hours, but optimally 24, even 2 days. So with temperature control, like in the fridge.
all right.
Yeah, which we are doing here in Rex and in for Stockholm restaurant. Yeah.
So you actually have to plan. So I want some bread on Sunday for breakfast on Sunday.
Yeah.
So I have to start baking on Friday
You
morning.
can maybe prepare the evening before,
Okay.
and then you leave it in the fridge, and it will be ready to bake in the morning.
Okay.
So if you're smart about it, it's not so difficult.
All right. Okay. But let's talk about Zermatt again. Like you said, you lived in Paris, you're from Norway.
Yeah.
Why Zermatt now?
I got a job opportunity through a friend. This was right before the pandemic, and after that, a couple of months, it shut down, and I experienced the mountains here, and the scenery, and skiing, and it was just, I fell in love with the mountains.
And you're still in love with the mountains?
Definitely,
All right.
yeah.
But I mean, at least you're used to the cold, right?
Yeah, I do wear shorts every day.
Oh, right. You're
Yeah.
even wearing shorts right now.
Yeah.
So what is your favorite part about winter in Zermatt?
I think like days like today is phenomenal. Just imagine all the off-piste, the forest, ski touring. It's a big passion. Just general all peaks around, mountaineering, alpinism, these kind of things really excites me. Yeah.
So back to your other passion, bread.
Right. That's why you're here.
So on a normal day during winter season, how many breads a day do you bake?
On a busy day, maybe 40.
Okay.
So that's just for the hotel.
Yeah.
So far, and a few clients, a few small restaurants that buy also, like Brasserie Uno, Hotel Carina, etc. Now also I will be producing for Stockholm restaurant, and the wine bar that is going to come there as well.
So I assume you are an early bird, as bakers are. So what time in the morning do you have to get up?
So since I'm mixing all the doughs the day before and doing all the work then, I'm basically just taking out these bannetons here that you see around. So the bread is resting in these, and I take these out and I basically bake direct in the oven. So I have a timer on the oven, it's set to about 6 o'clock, so it's warm, pre-warmed, and I slice it with a little razor blade and some steam, and it takes about 40 minutes, 45 minutes, depending on the size.
So you were
That's all.
so you were
So I don't
actually
have
pretty
to-
pretty lazy in the mornings.
I don't have to do so much work exactly to bake the bread. No.
So, what kind of bread can we see over here?
This one here is a inspiration from my grandmother, grandparents. It's basically a fruit bread, but with sourdough instead of natural normal yeast. Yeah.
And I could just put any fruit in there.
Any kind of dried fruit that you love. For example, the magnificent apricots from Valley.
Makes it even better.
Prunes.
Yeah.
Just soak them in hot water until the water is cold, and then you take off the water and you put the fruit in the bread, and that way the fruit is not being burned when you are baking the bread. That's a good tip.
That's the secret.
Yeah.
So I was wondering, how about I try
You want to do
baking
something?
some bread? I don't know if that's gonna
For
end
sure.
well, but how about we try?
Let's give it a go.
Let's do that.
Okay. Take away this.
I need some good instructions though.
Yeah. So the way I do it, when we are selling, we need to have a consistent product. So we need to have the same.
We're gonna sell that?
Maybe.
Okay, well, we'll see about that.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be phenomenal. So
Maybe I'll find a new passion today.
yeah, definitely. So 2 tools. I use a dough scraper and a dough cutter. So it's basically a knife for bakers. And I have dough. You can see that it's quite fluffy.
Yeah.
Meaning this has been around now 5 hours fermenting, I would say. I've been folding it a few times to build the gluten inside the.
To build what?
Gluten.
Oh, okay, got it.
Gluten. The stronger the gluten, the more bigger bubbles, the more strength in the bread.
Yeah.
So if you don't have any gluten, it will be a flat bread.
Okay. Which
Okay.
isn't a bad thing either, is it?
We,
different thing.
in Norway, we do traditionally huge flatbreads like that.
Okay.
Yeah, and only the grandmothers are making. They're phenomenal. So take it out. You can see here that it's has a beautiful fermentation.
Yeah.
You know, you can also.
That's what we want, right?
It's very fluffy, very. So it's not as easy as a conventional way of making bread because you have to have more. You need to use your feelings.
Yeah.
So you need to feel more.
Oh,
Look
feelings
at it.
for bread.
Oh yeah, you gotta love it. Eh?
Let's see if I have them.
Definitely. There we go. Get that baby out. And then, because this is a very sticky dough,
Yeah.
so you put both your hands in there, like that.
Okay, I'm a little bit scared.
Maybe we skipped this one. So I'll show you one,
Yeah.
and then you can show me the rest.
Okay, let's do it.
So it's important to be quick. You cut like that, and you turn it. So as long as this is wet, there's
Yeah.
no issue. And I just go. I use my fingertips and I
Yeah.
pull this back.
I can see the feelings right there.
Yeah. See, it's just to tighten it up.
Okay, it does look.
It's just to tighten
It
up.
does look easy, but I assume it's not.
So just keep this one wet
Okay.
and your hands wet. It should be
Be
complete.
quick.
Yeah.
Turn around.
Yeah. There we go. Wow. Beautiful.
How about that? Not too bad?
Okay. And then we push it a little bit so that it's really tightening up. You see,
Yeah.
this is good. It's good.
Oh, okay. So I did good.
Yeah, I would say so. Try again if you want.
But I think that's enough.
Shall I
Yeah,
continue?
yes,
Yeah,
you
okay.
do it.
I'll continue.
You're a pro.
Okay. So on a busy day, I might do maybe 35 shapes like this.
Yeah.
So you weigh them, you tighten. This is almost doesn't need so much more time. It's very, very fluffy, so it's a good dough.
Well,
Happy to see.
You did it right, so it has to be good.
Yeah, it's probably appreciating the hot temperature in here. So where else did you go today?
Well, we started in Gornagrat. So many places. We
Yeah.
had lunch at Restaurant Paradise,
Wow.
and we saw an avalanche dog, and lots
Okay,
of
amazing.
things. But
good.
what's left on the clock is some bread that is done. Can you
Yeah.
to finish our chat, show us some bread, or is it still too early?
How much? What else we talking about? Let me see. Well, you can have a little look inside the oven if you want.
All right.
So you can see that it's not a flat bread. This is with poppy seeds and also different kinds of seeds inside. I got about 4 or 5 different seeds. So this will be my daily special bread. I always change one
Okay.
for every day. I try to change so that it can be a bit more exciting.
All right.
So you have a classic bread, which would be this, and then you have some sort of fruit bread. I try always to have as well. And in here I have I can take it out. This is completely done yet, but I can show you. This is the Scandinavian rye bread. So it's 100% rye. So you can see it's like that. And this is only rye. So Roggen from Wallis.
Oh, okay, so it's regional. Yeah.
But it's a Nordic way of doing it.
Okay.
So it's like that, with some whole seeds inside. And so it's very good energy if you go in the mountains, etc. Phenomenal bread for that.
All right. So does it sound good? Sounds good.
Yeah.
We'll definitely be back, but we have to leave, unfortunately.
You have to leave.
We
Okay.
have
Then we need
another
to,
guest.
Okay, I'm gonna slice a little because I want to. If you have time, I will slice one little piece of bread for you.
Absolutely. Let's try some bread. We
And then
can't
you can
leave
bring
without
bread.
trying some bread.
Okay, first I will give you a little like this, and then so you have a happy
Oh yeah,
Christmas.
fruit bread.
You know, it's important.
Oh, so I can actually take that with me. That is
of course.
awesome.
Well, so no, every day you get.
This day is awesome. I get
Big
lunch, I get bread, I hopefully will get more wine later. So perfect day,
bread,
I'd say.
wine, perfect.
Love my
perfect
job.
start,
Love my job.
Okay, so let's try. I made a little smaller version here. Grab my knife.
Yeah.
Some beautiful anchovies as well. These are my favorites.
Oh, you slice it that way.
Yeah, this is more like it's not a baguette, so I don't want to insult any French. This is more a rustic way of making a sandwich bread. So it's just seeds. This is whole 100% wheat. So it's the whole grain. So it will become a bit more, not so light as a normal white bread, but it will definitely keep you energized for a longer amount of time.
And I can see it's still warm, right?
Oh yeah.
Perfect.
That's also another thing. You should never cut warm bread, but the baker is allowed.
Okay. So I might have to become a baker then.
Yeah. When you're in the house, you can do what you want.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I think you need a decent amount of butter. I like butter.
Sounds fair.
Mm-hmm. Then. Go. A little secret here. It's an absolute winner. Look at that.
What a beauty.
That is a smoked anchovy. Oh, I'm pretty sure the cameraman is going to enjoy that. This is for you.
All right. So some original sourdough bread from Wallis.
Salute.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having me. Warm bread is good, huh?
I think everyone should be allowed
Yeah.
to cut warm bread.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So, again, thank you so much.
Pleasure.
I actually have to give me a break.
Yeah. And I expect you to come back and.
We
improve
will.
on the-
I'll be back.
Yeah.
I might become a baker.
Mhm.
We'll see about that. So, but what we have next coming up
Yeah.
is a horse carriage ride with our mayor, Romy Bienenhausen. So we'll be back in a few minutes. Stay tuned. She has lots of insights and tips about Zermatt. And again, thanks for having us at Backzeit. And
Thank you.
come and get some bread here. Thank you.
Thank you. Don't forget your bread, eh?
I saw you do it to you, just kept going all different trouble.
Alright, and we are back, and with me two special guests. This is Teresa.
Hi.
And this is Benny. Teresa, please explain us who are you and who is Benny? Wer bist du und wer ist Benny?
Also ich bin die Teresa, Kutscherin, die Kollegin von unserem Freund Benny. Benny ist unser Kutschenross von Zermatt und er wird uns führen durch Zermatt.
Alright, so this is Teresa, she's the carriage driver, and this is Benny, who does all the work and will be our companion and lead us through the village. So Teresa, what does Benny do here in Zermatt? Teresa, was macht Benny hier im Dorf? Was sind seine Aufgaben?
Bennys Aufgaben sind, Ihnen die schönen Orte hier von Zermatt zu zeigen. Und meine Aufgabe ist, ihm die Wege zu zeigen.
Okay, aber er ist auch noch als Transportpferd unterwegs, stimmt das? Oder liefert Pakete aus oder nicht mehr?
Jetzt, würde ich sagen.
Okay. So Benny is responsible for showing us all the beautiful places of Zermatt and all.
He's telling yes.
Is he nervous? Is he nervous?
No, that's good. That's good. He's telling yes.
Yes, I'm responsible.
We can go. Yeah.
I'll show you around. So I would say, let's do that. Ich würde sagen, dann gehen wir los, oder Benny?
Genau.
But we won't go alone. We have another very special guest with us, which is the mayor of Zermatt, Romy Bienerhauser. A warm welcome.
Hello
Romy.
Warm welcome. Hi, Teresa. Love miteinander.
Are you ready to go on a tour?
Benny is ready.
Benny,
Teresa's ready. You are. Let's
All right,
go.
let's go.
Please,
Let's hit the road.
Yes, we are ready. Wir sind bereit. Let's go.
But don't go too fast, Teresa. Nicht so schnell.
Nicht zu schnell, ja. Okay, let's see if we are gonna survive. What an adventure!
It is definitely. I think a long time since I've been on a
Yeah.
I don't know how it yourself.
Well, not that long ago actually,
Okay.
but so Romy, thanks for being here. As I said, you are the mayor of Zermatt, and for how many years already?
Well, it's 5 years now.
It's 5 years
Yeah,
now.
so I'm in my second term.
Yeah.
The last elections were last year.
Okay. And you're still laughing, so
Yeah, I'm still
that's a
laughing.
good
I haven't
sign.
lost my humor yet.
So please tell us something about you. You were born and raised in Zermatt, so you're an original. But what else is there to say about you?
Oh, Sabrina, about the original, we could talk an awful long time because there's a big difference.
Yeah, true
I
that.
don't know if people would
True
know
that.
or not, because if you're a local, a real local, already your parents and grandparents were from Zermatt, and that wasn't the case in my place, but I was born and raised here.
So we'll never be originals.
I'd rather do more, a bit difficult.
Yeah.
But I love it. I'm really happy, and this is my hometown. I feel for Zermatt, I live in Zermatt, and my heart is here, like also for the canton, the valleys, because this is the place to be honest.
Yeah. So we got lots of snow today, and it's pretty cold, but still, is winter your favorite season of the year in Zermatt, or is it summer?
Tricky question, Sabrina. I like winter.
Yeah.
I like when it's snowing, and I was really happy this morning when I woke up and I saw it was snowing. Delighted like a little child. But personally, I prefer summer because I think the variety of sports and activities you can do are in summer a bit bigger than in winter. But winter is our main incoming time. It's winter wonderland. It's a dream for the majority
It's the
of
home
guests.
of winter.
Correct, and it's the place that atmosphere people want to experience, so I like it as well.
Okay, so what sports do you do during winter time? What is it you like the most?
Well, I hope I do skiing like most of the people do when they come here. I do skinning on the skis, foot walk, and then I do walking, I do mountain climbing, whatever. I love sledging. I like to go sledging with my nieces. So everything except for ice skating. I'm very bad at ice skating.
So, as we said, you were born and raised in Zermatt. Does it ever get boring during winter time? Because winter here is so long. I mean, it's about 5 months of snow. Like, does it ever get boring?
No, definitely not.
Why not?
No, because it's always a question the way you look at it. I mean, if you stand up in the morning and you think, oh, it's still winter time and I'm bored of winter, then it's boring, then it's long. But if you can take it the way it is, because every day is different, it smells different, the amount of snow is different, temperature changes, people change, activity changes, so that never gets boring. And I tend to say I wouldn't like to live next to the beach side, because I couldn't imagine wearing shorts and flip-flops every day throughout the year. So I prefer 6 months and more of winter time, and then spending the rest of the year with spring, summer and autumn.
Before we keep talking about your personal preferences, can you tell us something about this street? Where exactly are we right now, and what does it mean to Zermatt?
Yeah, well, I hope that our followers can see where we're going along with Benny, because this is the Bahnhofstrasse. It's, I would say, almost more famous than the Bahnhofstrasse in Zurich.
Okay.
Not shopping-wise, but from knowing it.
Yeah.
And it's the pedestrian road of Zermatt, so only people walking are allowed here, and it's also the place
we will
to
talk
meet.
about that later.
As well, yeah.
Yeah.
Just Benny, as a horse carriage, he's allowed to go in the afternoon through this road. So it's really our main road in town, and it's very scenic and worth seeing. And when you walk along, you meet and greet people, and you can see us. They're fascinated when Benny comes along, and they watch it, are happy.
Yeah, and there's also lots of possibilities to shop, right?
Correct, especially for sports equipment. Zermatt is very well known for that. Of course, we also have souvenir jewelries and whatever people are looking for when they come
Pretty
to
much
Winter Wonderland.
everything, yes. So you said only pedestrians are allowed on this street, but also...
I hope you get our nice new fountain. The fountain of the Marble is very important to us.
But probably there's people that don't know, but Zermatt is actually car-free. That's why we're on our way with Benny and not in a car. So let's talk about that. Has Zermatt been car-free ever since, and how did this happen, and what do people living here actually think about that?
Well, I tend to say, because car-free is always a big image. I mean, we have electric vehicles that we use for transportation, for humans, or also for all the delivery.
But they're tiny
cute,
and yeah,
small.
they are
Very
really
scenic.
cute.
Yeah,
Yes.
they're unique. They're
Yeah.
a USP.
Yeah.
So you can only find them in our area.
Yeah.
But if we're talking about car-free, this has come by history, because already back in the 40s, late 40s, when the first car came up here, people thought, no, this doesn't really fit into Zermatt. And then in the 60s,
Why not?
because you would only know it as a walking place, as a mountain resort, and cars wouldn't fit. And at that time, of course, it was also a difference in attitude and a difference in being rich or poor. And so it wouldn't match. And in the 60s, luckily enough, the politicals decided to keep cars out of the village, just to preserve it the way it is. And nowadays, all over the world, cities and villages come to experience what it's like in Zermatt, living here without cars and trying to learn from us. But I would like to precise, Benny, he's the only horse carriage that we have for scenic tours like we are doing now. Other than that, there's only 2 5-star hotels that have a horse carriage, and all other transportation goes on the USP electric Zermatt-made vehicles.
All right. So let's go back to the winter topic. We keep telling people 1 day in Zermatt is not enough.
Correct,
so
yeah.
what would you recommend? How much time is enough in Zermatt?
Well, Sabrina, I'm 51 years here now, and it's not enough
Wrong
by
question.
now.
Okay. How many days at least do
least.
people have to spend in Zermatt?
Well,
Let's think. I would consider an average length of stay about 5 nights would be perfect.
Okay.
In the past, people would come for 2 weeks and longer, but today, if you come for 5 nights, you already get a good feeling of the village, and you can do everything you would like to do and discover the various ski slopes and ski sites, because we have 3 sites where you can go skiing.
Exactly. And we have 360 kilometers of slopes, so that doesn't get boring.
No, and Italy, don't forget Italy.
Well, let's talk about après-ski. So there's a party going on right now. So it actually never gets boring in Zermatt.
Definitely not. And that was just one of these electric vehicles.
Oh yes. I think we saw them before. So yeah, as I said, it's skiing is the one thing to do here. But what else would you recommend for people coming here that don't want to ski? Maybe even a secret tip?
Just enjoy time, life, fresh air, and
Er
nature.
muss er nicht sein hier mit dem Tier hier.
They're not very amused, obviously. But we don't understand why. Because they can't pop on it. Maybe that's the reason.
Yeah,
no,
probably.
secret thing is really just to benefit from the fresh air that you can have here, and just to let time go by. I think that's something that we forget nowadays, because we're always in a hurry and want to go from A to B very fast. So we stop for that one. And that's one of the secrets. I also love to go, or recommend to go hiking in the woods, because forests on a day like that are just magnificent. And of course, as I said, sledging. It's not only for children, it's also for big children.
Oh yes, I agree on that.
It's really fun. So even if you're not a skier, there's loads to do. And also, if you would like to try skiing just for an hour or 2, it's worth trying. Just to say, I stood on the skis and I know what the feeling is like.
So this is obviously a very touristic place. It gets crowded, for example, over Christmas and New Year's, because obviously it's beautiful to spend Christmas time in Zermatt. How is that for you, living in a place where people come and go, and there are tourists from everywhere? Do you enjoy that?
Of course, because all the world comes to us, so we don't have to travel abroad. It makes it more simple for us. No, but this is a fact that when you grow up here, you learn living with it. Because, as I said, it's a winter wonderland for guests traveling to us, but for us it's also reality. Because we're only about 5,000 inhabitants living all year in Zermatt, but in the high peak season time, as you mentioned, Christmas, New Year as an example, we grow up to 35,000 people and more in town. So in my heart, we are a village, but in fact, during peak season time, we're a big city. And to handle this can be a challenge, but it's also a nice part, because people keep changing, keep moving, and that's why it never gets bored.
So if we have a look into the future, what do you wish Zermatt? What are projects you wanna start, and how do you see Zermatt in 10 years, in 20 years, or even more?
You should better ask me which projects I would like to finish and not to start, because
Yeah.
plenty of them on the table all over. Well, a wish for Zermatt that I always have, and I like to mention, is that we preserve our nature the way it is, because that's our capital and that's the most important here around. The beauty of the nature today we can't see, but therefore we see the lovely snow, and that we handle it correct and properly. I think that is very important. And when we look into projects, as I say, we're a village, but we're a city. To handle this every day, to satisfy the locals, but also to give the guests that what they're expecting. Then projects like sustainability are big, with all the garbage and all the water recycling, energy supply, by the fact almost 70% of our energy is made by water force, so that's very ecological. We're very proud of that as well. And these things just come in if you're a small village or if you're a big city, you have to handle them day by day. So there's plenty to do.
One question I actually forgot to ask. What is your favorite event in Zermatt, especially during winter? Is there? Can you mention one, or is there just too many good events?
Also, there are loads of good events, luckily enough. That really makes the calendar very busy and active for people coming here. And I love Zermatt Unplugged in April. That's really one of the winter highlights, when the winter goes to an end and days are long, days are warmer, and you go and do some skiing, you sit on a terrace, you listen to the music, and in the evening you go to the tent and you meet friends and have a drink and listen to more music. That's really a great event in Zermatt.
And this year there's actually a new event, even an event series for the very first time, Winter Celebrations. I don't know, I'm pretty sure you've heard about it. So it's 1 month of winter celebrations, and it's I guess some ice art and light art, and lots of hotels and restaurants celebrating winter with us. And I hope for some mulled wine. I'm pretty sure there's going to be some.
Definitely, for sure, yeah. Because
what is winter without mulled wine, right?
Correct, yes. It belongs to the winter. And as you mentioned, because they're going to be built up a lot of ice sculptures that should start next week. And I'm also very curious to see what they're building up, because it's going to be the first time.
And some of them are going to be huge, right?
Yeah.
I think more than 2 meters.
Yeah, correct. Where we're going to stop at the Kirchbrücke, there will be a very big one.
Yeah.
And I'm also curious what the artists are going to make out of it.
You think there's going to be a sculpture of you?
No, definitely no. And I would refuse to have it be done, Sabrina. No, I don't need a monument.
Okay.
Definitely not.
All right. So, what is your favorite thing about the Christmas Eve season? Are you a Christmassy person, or are you a Grinch?
Something in between, I guess. My friends listening to this would say, Romy, you're not really telling the truth. No, I think I like Christmas time, from the lightning, from the music, but the commercial part around it is not really my favorite thing. Of course, I know it's a tradition, and we all love it, and we all love the family time throughout this period, but I think we should also do this throughout the year and not only within 1 week. So I'm really mixed in my feelings.
But I would say, I mean, Christmas time up here in the mountains, that's something special.
Oh, of course, it's unique.
Be covered in snow and just be able to enjoy nature. And
I mean, look at every movie.
Yeah,
when you look at a Christmas movie, it's
everybody
just like
wants snow, right?
Yeah, wants snow. Wants a horse carriage. Ice sculptures, ice skating. I mean, there are loads of images you can transfer with Christmas, which matches perfectly to summer.
You mentioned food. I've been talking about food all day long. We had a beautiful lunch.
So you're still
I baked some. No, I'm not. No longer hungry at all. But I still love to talk about food. So, is it actually? We all know this region is known for cheese and white wine. No, not only white wine. Excuse me, wine in general.
Thank you.
Do you still eat lots of fondue and raclette, or after so many years up in the mountains, are you done with it?
No, never.
Never?
Never ever. And if you go abroad, you would always miss your cheese. And it's the first thing I have when I come home, and in wintertime
really,
I have
isn't
it
that
once
just
a week.
A cliche?
No, it's not a cliche. No, because it's part of our tradition. It's like asking an American, do you eat a hot dog once a week or a hamburger? And you would go for it, no? But raclette and cheese fondue, it belongs to us. And it's yummy, because you have a big variety in cheeses, so it never gets boring, because you can change them, and then the potatoes are always different, and your company is always different. No, it's great. And even if you haven't tried the raclette in summer, do that. That's tasty as well.
Isn't it too hot for raclette in summer?
Never.
Never?
Never too hot in Zermatt for raclette. No,
okay.
Definitely not.
And are you a wine person?
And beer. You know, as you said, I was born and raised
here. Do you have great beer here?
No, not really. We have a Zermatt beer. Very happy about that. And I also recommend to drink it. But as I'm half Irish, native-wise, I got beer in my blood. Yeah. But I like the local wines, and I always order local wines because I think they're great. They're doing a good job. Huge improvement in quality and marketing. Really good products. So I love a glass of wine in good company.
So probably one last thing I want to talk to you about is a big project coming up in 2023. I talked to Elia Zurbriggen, a former ski racer today, and I want to talk to you about it as well. The World Cup coming to Zermatt in 2023. First World Cup race that is cross-border, that starts in Switzerland and ends in Italy. What does that mean for the destination Zermatt Matterhorn? It's a big deal, I guess.
It's huge, it's incredible, and it's great that we're walking into that we're trying to get this, and I'm sure that we will do a very good job on it, thanks to the cable car company, thanks to the good collaboration that we have with our Italian friends in Cervinia Valtornosch. And I think for the skiers it will be unique to start in one country and to end in the other one, and then also the exchanges, half of them will be living in the Swiss side, the other ones will be living in the Italian side. The ceremonies be taking place in both sides. It's going to be a huge image, and I hope that we will have perfect conditions to show the world how good winter seasons can start off.
But I mean, the start is going to be up on Klein Matterhorn, which is almost 3,900 meters above sea level. So that's going to be tough.
That's going to be a challenge for them, the ones not living on this altitude. But most of them would come before because they have to acclimatize up here on this. So they would stay a week or two before to train and to get used on the altitude, because going up today on 3,900 meters and feeling fit, that's not possible. You really have to adapt to it. So that's also something they get to know the village before they have the race.
So what do you think, what will you feel when you see like the World Cup happening and standing there maybe at the finish line and see the athletes, the ski racer finishing their race? What kind of emotions will you be feeling?
I'd say I'll be very happy and proud for Zermatt and for Cervinia Valtornosch that we managed to do this very special event, sportive event for our destinations.
All right, that does sound good. We still have some time left. I guess we'll just keep talking then.
Du gehst zweimal mit uns durchs Dorf, Teresa, gell?
Freut sich für euch.
Benny's happy.
Yeah, it's good. So we have a happy Benny, we are happy.
Yes. When Benny's happy, so are we.
We are, yes, definitely. But Benny's a great horse.
Yes.
And you know that he's got a new companion now?
No, I haven't heard.
Teresa. Sag, wie heißt das neue Pferd?
Charlie heißt.
Oh, Charlie. So there's a new horse, Charlie.
Charlie's
How come I didn't know about that?
Sabrina,
yes.
You missed that.
When it comes to animals, usually I know everything.
Yes. Because when Benny came, it was unique.
Yeah.
And now Charlie's coming, and Teresa's training with him at the moment. So I haven't seen him personally yet, but I look forward to seeing number 2 going along.
Great news.
And Teresa, jetzt kannst du noch etwas Werbung machen. Was macht die Kutsche von Charlie? Da kann man auch Käse essen, gell?
Also die Kutsche von Charlie anbieten, weil wir viele Nachfragen gehabt haben letztes Jahr, dass man auch etwas Kutschenfahrten mit Essen verbinden kann.
Oh, I heard food again.
Haben wir gedacht, das wäre eine Idee.
So Charlie's
Die Kutsche von Charlie ist eigentlich mit Paketen unterwegs gewesen, umbauen, dass man auch Fondue dabei essen kann.
Okay, so
wir werden schauen.
So see, fondue never gets boring.
Yes, we're back to the fondue talk.
Yeah.
But so Charlie, the new horse, will be
a fondue horse.
It will be a fondue
because
horse.
they're doing a horse carry.
Yes.
And then you can sit, I don't know, Teresa, 6 Personen können da sitzen.
6 Personen.
Yes. 6 people at the same time.
It fits 6 persons.
So you can sit together and enjoy fondue while going through village, but you can also go to the outskirts, well, not very high up in the mountains because the road would be too steep, but you could do a great tour and chat and talk and watch countryside going by and at the same time enjoying Swiss fondue.
I think that sounds like a great idea.
And we're going to do that for the next winter.
Yes,
opening.
absolutely.
Redo it with Charlie. Gell, Teresa? Nächste Ausgabe ist mit Charlie.
Also wenn der Benny noch Lust hat, dann machen wir noch mit Benny. Und wenn Benny sagt, ich brauche frei, ich möchte frei, dann geht der Charles in den Einsatz und Benny nimmt frei.
Ah, okay. So it's not always Charlie taking the Fonty carrots, it's also Benny. They change depending on when they're the day off.
I see. So Romy, I guess this is it. The director in my ear says we're done, but not done. We're almost at the big finale of the day, but not yet. We will meet again for some mulled wine on the Kirchbrücke Bridge.
Jawohl, where we would normally see the Matterhorn.
Where we
But not
normally
today.
see the Matterhorn, but we'll just like imagine, and we too know how
And
it
the
looks
others
like.
have to come and see it in
Exactly,
reality.
even better. So thanks so much for being with me today, and see you in a bit for
Thank you,
some mulled
Sabrina.
wine.
Excellent.
That
Thank
was
you
great.
very much.
Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank
Bye-bye,
you.
folks.
Christian.
Sabrina.
How are you? Charming Christian.
Hey,
Hey, cheers.
I'm fine. How are you? I had a hard day working today.
Oh, me
What about
too.
you?
I had tons of food. That was really exhausting.
Okay.
Yes.
And I had tons of snow.
Yeah.
In my boots,
Yeah.
in my everywhere, you know.
But
Yes.
how was your day?
Oh, it was great. It was actually great. I got a lot of insights not in people, but people working in Zermatt for our home of winter, for our winter. They are all contributing to one cause, so to maintain or to build up this system that we can have winter holidays actually here in Zermatt, and that we can work here in Zermatt, and that I enjoyed the whole day, the weather, the snow, the cold, the warm, everything. What was your highlight?
Well, I pretty much only had highlights because it was almost everything was about food, which I enjoyed. So I had a great lunch, had some great wine, then baked some bread myself. I don't know if you saw, but like I'm gonna be the next baker of Zermatt, probably. Yes. And now I just had a talk with the mayor of Zermatt and talked to her about the future of Zermatt and about winter. So I would say only highlights.
Only highlights.
Yes. And another highlight actually would be, because we're on the Cliffbrook Bridge right now, which is a beautiful photo viewpoint of Zermatt with a great view of the Matterhorn, usually, but not today.
Not today. What a pity. So, Sabrina, to be honest, I was skeptic in the morning, but you've done a really good job today.
I can say the same thing about you, Christian. You were such a charm.
That was amazing. I know.
Yes.
No. Listen, it's as life works, what we think doesn't matter.
Yeah.
In the end, it's the business, and in the end, it is the boss.
The boss decides.
The Kurdirektor,
Yeah.
the director of the tourism board,
Yes.
has to decide. Maybe we can ask him if he thinks we have done a good job, but he's.
I'm with you in a minute, but I need to take some pictures for our tourists because I brought my friend with me, Bolly. Thank you. Have fun, Bolly. Come with me. Hello, my friends.
Hi, Daniel.
Good to see you again.
Hi, Wally.
Hi,
This is Wally. Wally is our friend. He's the friend of all kids, the friend of the family-friendly Zermatt. So.
Yeah, we were actually wondering.
You too. You're not frozen.
How did we do today?
Well, I have to tell you, I was watching your videos all the time. I was picking up a lot of phones because in the morning I told you I go back in the office and listen a little bit and hear how many bookings are coming on. And I can tell you we're almost fully booked. So those who haven't booked yet, go run for the telephone or the email and call us or write us to book your winter holiday because winter has started. We are home of winter. I tell you what I like best of your performance. It was your orange hat from Mammut. I was actually quite happy that you had these hats because it was the snowstorm all the time, a little bit cloudy, and but no, honestly, you did a great job. You had great insights of Zermatt, a lot of interesting interviews. I hope you guys in front of the screens, you can judge it even better. Let us know, put your comments in Facebook or YouTube or whatever, or write us a letter. And we're very curious if you enjoyed it. We enjoyed it very much.
Oh yes, we did.
And as Christian and Sabrina told you, we are again staying in front of one of the most popular viewpoints where you can see the beautiful Matterhorn, and it's again nothing. So that's actually not so bad. I can promise you, when you come to Zermatt, you will see the Matterhorn, you will see the sun. Zermatt is one of the sunniest spaces in Switzerland. So this is actually an exception, and it's a great exception. We enjoy it when it's snowing like this. It's the reason that we can go skiing, sledding, winter hiking, and also it gives us the reason to drink a nice Glühwein. And I think that's what we're doing now. We're cheering for this great day. Thanks for staying with us. Thanks for tuning in, and we hope to see you back again, most probably live here in Zermatt. Thanks a lot.
To a wonderful Christmas season.
Yes, to the winter.
Cheers.
To the
To the winter.
Cheers.
To the home of winter.
Home of winter.
Cheers,
Cheers, Wally.
Cheers.
Is Wally drinking green wine?
Wally is drinking water, I guess.
Milk, I think.
Or milk.
Cheers, Wally. Bye bye.